Mania.
Hello guys, it's a pleasure for me to be doing this interview. Welcome to Mania.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you introduce the band to the listeners?
Wow, of course. We can start by introducing me and Fredrik started the band in 2012 and then gathered a couple of people that I think would be a good fit for a great group. So we picked in David here and Dennis on drums, and then we had another guy with us to form the band, was called Marcus as well, playing the bass from our last band, and he felt that he needed to leave the band in 2015, and then we picked up Niklas. So Nike here has really contributed a great deal to most of all our scene performance actually. So that is how it started. 2012-13, and we are complete as we are right now in 2015, right?
Yeah.
And your first album, Lost, talk about this work.
Yeah, exactly. Let's pitch in here if you want to.
You can describe it.
Yeah. It was the first full-length album we've ever done, so it was special, of course. And we were on a tight budget as well, so we really need to do a lot of work ourselves. We couldn't hire anyone. So fortunately for us, Fredrik is great, doing a lot of music on the album, as well as recording it, mixing it, and making everything work sound-wise, producing it. For free for us. Thank you very much, Fredrik. So the only thing we did was hire someone to master it. So it was a special album because we had no songs before. We needed to write it from scratch, no ideas. So it was really it was kind of a Spartan way to do music. We did it very basic to begin with, but then we somehow evolved it into the full CD that now are lost. So I think we're happy with it, right?
Yeah, we're happy with it. It's our first album, but I think we did a quite good job. Yeah.
And is there anything you want to know about the songs? I mean, that's not a concept album. It's just the 10 songs, the 10 best songs of the first that we made, that made it through the qualification within the band. It was quite a process to, know when is a song good enough to be released on a CD. When it's your first CD, you have nothing to benchmark on. You need to go on your guts and see, well, now it has to be good enough. And some of the songs hit the mark, hit the spot. People loved them, so we got great feedback, and those things we can take into the next album that we now released, so we can evolve and be hopefully even better. And a lot of the songs from the first album will hopefully live on live as well for many years, because they have potential and some real good feeling live.
And the new album, The World in Focus, talk about this album.
I think we focused more on the songwriting this time. Not only we don't only need to have the speed and the heaviness and the cool riffs. We have to have more great and more advanced melodies, and bigger chorus, and I think we focus on having much more meaning to the lyrics of the album. But Masken has written all of the lyrics, so he has to take credit for that. Yeah, but it still has the heavy riffing and the speed, but I think the album is more versatile. Not all the songs sound the same. It's more, the first album is more like yeah all the time, and this is more like you can find more things to listen to, and not only the heaviness.
And what do you intend to pass with the lyrics?
Oh, it totally depends on which song they're listening to, and of course what the listener wants to take in. Maybe when the lyrics are written, they have some special meaning in mind, but the listener makes their own, meaning of the song. So I really don't want it to put someone in a special direction, because they need to get a connection to the song themselves in order to get the most out of it. But it depends. I mean, Crying You Sleep is about anxiety as a base, but then it evolves, so to speak. So you can hopefully connect it to something more in your life. But it all depends on which song we're asking about. So I'm not going to go into it any more than that.
And the instrumental part to compose the songs.
We listen to a lot of different music. I mean, Muskin here listens to a lot of the 80s heavy metal, and I listen to 2000, like Slipknot and Korn and things like that. And Dave also listens to a lot of 80s.
Metallica!
Yeah, like Metallica, and these guys also listen to different music, metalcore, everything. So we try to bring everything together. And I think if we wouldn't have Muskin's great vocals, I think we would be a heavier band.
Yeah.
But we need to have the melodies, so that's why we need Muskin.
Yeah, so we can stand out from other bands, because a lot of bands have the heavy riffing, and so. But the songs, it can fit in another band. But Muskin's vocals are something typical and special for the band, so it gets it to another level of music. I think. It's just my opinion of it.
Yeah, sometimes we have really I have really thought about how would we sound with another vocalist. I mean, like as we say, somebody a screamer or a growl. A growl would be so awesome on some of the songs, and I can't do it. So in some way I'm limited. It's a limit to the band, but hopefully it's more of a characteristic than a limitation. Hopefully, but it sounds like the guys are happy. So
yeah,
we love what we're doing together.
Is it your first time in Brazil?
Yes, it is.
Do you like here?
we love it.
I love coxinha.
Coxinha?
Yeah,
I love
really
coxinha.
It's a new favorite food.
Coxinha.
Coxinha frango.
And I love Caprinha, so it's alright.
I love it, and this city is amazing. Balneário Camboriú is amazing.
Yeah. Everybody has been very friendly to us. Even when we arrived in Sao Paulo, everybody has taken us in, treated us very well, like family sometimes. It feels so great to be here. And when we got here, it's the same thing. So far, we feel a lot of hospitality from the Brazilian population. So we just thank you. Thank you very much for making us feel at home.
Yeah.
In the future, will you come again?
We hope so. Well, maybe we can, if we do the right thing when we're here now and spread the word about Mile, we can come back and play for more people next time.
Yeah, do a lot more shows, go to more cities, and so on. So this is just the first time here in Brazil, just trying to spread the word about us. And so next time, hopefully people, those guys, I remember they were here in Brazil, now they're back again. And hopefully more cities, bigger shows, more people.
Yeah.
So that's the plan. So we have to play our cards right when we're here and make connections and show what our music is about and what it's like seeing us on stage and all that.
And now, of those years that you are playing, a moment that you consider special for you?
This moment.
Yeah, this moment.
Yes, going to Brazil. Yeah. I think that's the biggest moment yet. And maybe when we released the first album, because it was the first album ever that we made. But I think this is the biggest one because we all like to travel, and now we can combine music and traveling. So at least it's my biggest moment with the band.
Yeah. And just know that back home in Sweden there are 45 centimeters of snow and 16 degrees below zero. So we got a lot of pictures back home, and here we are. Yeah, it's alright here, but now come over the sun, the beach, the weather. So just give it a little extra when we're going here at this time of the year. And it's for us, so it's great here. Love it.
To play in South America is different.
We haven't played that much in Europe actually. We have been trying to get a tour going, but it's always hard. There's a lot of bands, a lot of competition, and not that many stages left to play on. So we haven't really tried the European scene that much yet. But what we can feel right now, if we just look at Balneário and Sao Paulo, look at our Sweden, look at our country, we feel that there is a difference in the mentality. Yes, we think so. I think it's more. They're gonna hate me back home right now, but I think sometimes they're more passionate here. Yeah, they have the passion for the music and more passion to party with the band and really do make it a great night. At home, people are they tend to be lazy.
We're sick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
It's easier to watch YouTube and check out bands, and they don't even go out, just sitting at home. So it's a big difference.
What is the city that you live? In your region, a lot of bands play metal.
Yeah, we have a lot of bands in our city. Yeah, a lot of bands that are, the same size as we are in fame, as you can say. So we try to stand out from the other bands by coming here because a lot of the smaller bands, they don't try to go to other countries, they just stay in our region. So we said, no, we got to do something to get bigger. So let's go to Brazil.
In Sweden, do you have normal jobs or living of music?
Normal jobs.
Normal jobs.
Yeah.
Like everything.
It's really hard to live on the music because it's hard to play live shows and so on. So we have to have jobs now.
For now, we have to have jobs because people don't tend to go to shows as much as they used to, I think. And it's like Dave was talking about before. It's easy just go on YouTube, check a band out, stuff like that. It's that kind of mentality. So we all have jobs, so we can go on trips like this to Brazil and do what we want to do with the music and the band.
But we're not ashamed of having those jobs because there are bands that are bigger than we are, a lot bigger than we are back in Sweden, and those people still have ordinary jobs as well. So we know the situation, and we know that it will probably stay like this for a long time until we maybe grow that big that we don't need it. But that's the dream for all of us, to live from music. It's the same thing as, now I'm going to bring you into it, the passion for what you do, the passion for the music, passion for something you have created. Then it tends to not pay that much revenue for many years. So it's like you and us, we are the same. We're burning for what we do, and therefore we need to put in twice as much effort to make it happen and make it real. So really, it's not much of a difference between you and I.
And after this tour in Brazil, what are the next steps?
Well, we're going to try and play as many shows as possible this summer, and as many festivals as we can. And the next show we have is in Varberg in Sweden. So it's a very, very small rock bar in Sweden we're going to play next. And then we just try to spread the word about Mile, send a CD to everyone, just try to get bigger all the time.
It's the never-ending work. Varberg is a very small stage, but it's a great stage. We need to have that. Great stage with great people. But as Fredrik said, we will just have to do the work as usual, so to speak. Keep on trying to reach new scenes, new people with our music, especially now with the latest album that has gotten great reviews. We need to get as many people as possible to see it and to listen to it. And then hopefully we can play some festivals, and as Fredrik said, and hopefully we're trying hard to get some good management or booking deals. But it's hard because it's a lot of competition back home.
Maybe we can get some support spot for a bigger band, so we can travel with a bigger band and be the support band. Hopefully in Europe. I don't know, maybe.
But if they come over here, we will not say no. We jump at the opportunity to get back to Brazil.
What can you say to the young listeners that have a band? You are from Sweden and now are here in Brazil. These young musicians can dream with something more in music.
Of course, yeah.
I would say practice. That's the key.
You need a lot of hard work, and
I think it's more important to spread your music than to do music. You need to put a lot of time on spreading the word about your music to everyone. If you just make great music and don't show it to anyone, nobody will think it's good music. You need to show the music to everyone. It's better to do music that sounds a bit not so good and then show it to everyone than do great music and nobody listens to it. We have a lot of great bands in Sweden that nobody heard of because they're too lazy to show the music to people.
That's the thing. That's why it's so much job with a band, because it's so many parts. You need to write the music, you need to rehearse the music, you need to get it out, and among that you haven't even touched upon merch and the contacts you need to take, and always be visible in the market, because there are so many other bands that want your spot. But one thing, young people should never abandon a dream, especially not too early. And they need to know that everything is possible. It's a lot of money matters a lot, of course. You need to save up a lot of money, but mostly a lot of luck. If you're at the right time for the right person, you can be a star. Who knows?
Right contacts. Yeah.
Exactly, right contact. So never give up. Always strive for the stars. Always. And you may land on the moon.
For the trees.
Is internet important?
I mean, when we grew up, internet was not that thing. So we are grown up with CDs and all the old style, how to get spread by great reviews, CDs, and nowadays everybody can get the music out. So it's a jungle with new music, and I don't know if you can find what you're seeking anymore. Actually, so much.
Yeah, it's too many bands. So you can't find what you're looking for because there are too many bad bands in the way. So you can't find the good bands. I mean, for example, on YouTube, if you want to find a new band, it's almost impossible to find a new band because there will be like hundreds of lists with other bands that you don't want to listen to. So you can't find what you like.
Now, a funny question. If you could be part of any band in the history of music, what band would be and why?
Yo guys, my name is Dave Wahlberg and I play the guitar. I would love to be a part of Metallica, but that's maybe too late. But if I could play Metallica, I would. That's my greatest inspiration of music. Yes. Metallica!
Yeah! The next?
Yeah, of course, yeah. That's the thing. I love Queen and Iron Maiden, but I have to choose Iron Maiden. I would love to be part of Iron Maiden. Has been a big part of my whole life so far. And as a vocalist, I would not like to take Bruce's place. That's the thing. I would love to be in Maiden, but not take his place. So Maiden could be a two-vocalist band, then I would be really happy. But they are perfect as they are, so I don't want to spoil it. But I would love to have been in that group.
And you?
I think I would like to be in Avenged Sevenfold because they have a lot of variety in their music. So I could play cool melodies and solos, and I can also play pretty heavy music. And I think they have. I want to sound like them, so yeah, they are a big inspiration to my music writing. So yeah, I would choose Avenged Sevenfold, and my name is Frederick. Sorry, I didn't mention that. And I play the guitar.
My turn. All right. Hi, it's me, Niklas, and I played bass. And if I could have been in any band ever in the world, I will go with Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath?
Yeah, because they're like the starters, the formers of heavy metal, and have great songs, and we're starting a great time playing music in the 70s and all that, and also have the opportunity to play with both Ozzy Osbourne and Ronnie James Dio, two great vocalists. That would be great because Black Sabbath means a lot of me to me during my whole life, and the singers of them as well. And I think everybody that listens to metal has a connection to Black Sabbath in some way because they listen to bands that were influenced by Black Sabbath, or Black Sabbath influenced them. So for me, it's Black Sabbath because I mean they're almost 50 years old when the first album came out, and it's still fucking heavy. So that would be my choice.
And then the drummer boy.
Yeah, my name is Dennis and I play the drums, and it's a really hard question. I think I would like to be in Slipknot, actually. It was a band that I grew up with, and the drummer in the Slipknot was the one who inspired me with drums. And I really like their heaviness and inspiration to all the people around the world. So Slipknot will be my choice.
Will you play Rolling in the Air too?
Yeah. I would love that.
That would be cool. Okay, thank you for this interview.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was an honor to be here with you, and Rock Mania is always available for you. You are always welcome here.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
We will be back.
We will be back.
We hope to be back.
Yeah. See you again.
Obrigado.
Rock Mania!